One of the biggest reasons to buy a new football game is to play with all the new teams, leagues and players. Sadly though, there are no new leagues on FC24, but there are still a lot of new interesting teams who have either never been on FIFA or have been missing for a long time. Today we'll be taking a trip all the way around the world. We'll be looking at a lot of different leagues, tons of different clubs, and hopefully giving you an idea about which teams are most worth picking for your next career mode save. Let's get started with the two most obvious ones and get them out the way first. Wrexham have been on FIFA for 2 years now, but they're finally in League 2. I'm not sure more what I can say about Wrexham. The chances are that you'll know a little bit more about them than I do. If you're a fan of the documentary, you know all about their history and their future plans, and you've probably already tried them on one of the past FIFA games. Notts County is the other obvious choice for a new career mode save. They're proudly the oldest club on FIFA. They're celebrating their 142nd birthday this season, something that only Sheffield FC can also brag about. If that's not enough for you to pick them, then I personally can recommend them. On FIFA 23, I did a 7-year career mode with them. I took them from the modded National League all the way up to the Premier League, and it was really fun basically every step along the way. Moving from England over to France, let's take a look at a team I've not seen a single person mention as a good career mode save this year. Concarneau is not only hard for me to pronounce, but it's also a really fun career mode save idea. They're based in a tiny town inside Brittany, which is an area of France that's known for producing some of the best players in French history. At the minute, you could put out a top quality team with players from this region. Kolo Muani, Camavinga, Ousmane Dembele, Guendozi, Higuain who's now retired, and Robin Le Normand would start in the majority of national teams from around the world. I really recommend you try and build up Concarneau as a homegrown team, full of players from the Brittany region and seeing how far you can get in Ligue 1. Of course, France and England are both super mainstream places to do a career mode save in. I know people who are subscribed to this channel much prefer doing a youth-only road to glory using just Albanian teenagers, so let's find some tiny clubs from obscure leagues that are just as fun as these ones. Belgium team RWDM might not be the smallest team in this video, but they do have one of the weirdest names. They're owned by the same American who has stakes in English side Crystal Palace, Brazilian side Botafogo, and French side Lyon, but they do have the potential to become a total powerhouse in Belgium. They were promoted last year with Kylian Hazard as one of their best players, and you can create a Belgian dynasty with him pretty easily. I think the most interesting part about this save is who they have out on loan. It's only a single player, but Ernest Nuamar has been sent on loan to Lyon. You might never have heard of him, but he has potential to be one of the best wingers in the entire game. Recall him on day one, try and build your entire side around him, and when he hits his potential, he'll be a similar level to someone like Rodrigo or Rafael Leao, which is absolutely insane for the Belgian league. If you prefer Austrian teams with a pretty unique challenge over the Belgian league, then thanks to Wavelino on our Discord for finding the exact save you might want to do. It works just like this. You'll manage the newly promoted Blau-Weiß Linz, but you can only sign players from countries whose flag contain the colours blue and white. If you want to be super strict, you can make it so it's only blue and white, but if you want to be a bit easier, you could include maybe red, blue and white, and there you can use America as well. So if you want to go strict, that means you'll have to sign players from countries like Argentina, Uruguay, Finland, Greece, Scotland, Israel and Honduras. Sure, it's not super specific to the club other than the fact that Blau-Weiß means blue-white in German, but you can actually do the exact same thing with Rot-Weiß Essen in Germany. This selection for Rot-Weiß Essen would be way less restricted. As German, this means red and white. That means you can use players from Austria, Denmark and England, as well as some of the other clubs from around the world. While lots of European leagues have had a ton of changes and new teams added, two of my favourite FIFA leagues had basically no changes. As you'd expect, Australia and the USA basically stayed the exact same, except for one club. St. Louis City were partially on the game last year, but this year they're fully incorporated into the MLS. St. Louis is one of those cities in the USA that's actually soccer first. They could easily rise to the top of the MLS like Atlanta and Los Angeles did, who were both very focused on soccer. St. Louis actually won their MLS division this year in their first ever season, so there's a lot of potential at this club. And again, it's a save I personally can recommend because I used them as part of my Pentagon challenge last year. So that's 6 new teams that I think are worth your time on FC24. Notts and Wrexham were the obvious choices, but Concarneau, St. Louis, RWDM and Linz are all new and massively interesting. Make sure you give them all a try. If you're interested in getting your save in my next Rate to Save video, make sure to check out the Discord where there's still time to submit your team. But thanks for watching this video. Check out the playlist and the video on screen right now for more FC24 content. Thanks for watching, cheers and goodbye.